Well, those are the bosses. They get more respect than I do around here. But just wanted to show everybody this. I've been getting things out and getting things straightened out this fall. This was going to be the mode of transportation, preferred mode of transportation, up on the Chattahoochee to that remote ancient oak tree in that it's really a tributary of the Chattahoochee. Goes off way off back into the back in the middle of nowhere. No, you can't see a power line. I've hardly ever heard a jet go over where I want to go. There's sandbars up there. You just slide this boat right up on it. You can slide this boat right up on it, on the sandbars. But anyway, you go on a little further up the river and there's a hop, what they call a hop. It's not really a dam, it's a hop where they back the water up to run the old cotton mills back in the early part of not this century, but the last century before this. Anyway, this is what I'm working on, my mode of transportation. Been cleaning it out. I've been working on the engine so I can get up on the Chattahoochee. There goes the squirrel. But anyway, we get up there on that Chattahoochee. I mean, there's really no help there when you get there. You better have some kind of way to get back. We had to walk out through the woods one time. Our car got, well, Jeep, everything got stuck. We had kind of a deliverance moment one time. My wife and I and some of my other buddies were down there fishing. You can go down there and fish on that Chattahoochee and on that hop right there before it holds the water back, and the water comes over the top of it and it throws all this oxygen in the water, makes the river do a hop. At the bottom, at the base of the hop is a concrete that goes all the way across it, and it aerates the water. And you can catch a fish, some kind of fish, of every kind, mostly catfish. Clear my throat. You can catch a fish. Anyway, I'm gonna put this boat down. I'm not gonna put it in at the landings that I showed y'all in them old videos. That's too much work for me. I'm gonna leave it down there at some of my kinfolks' place on the lake. I'm gonna leave it down there, and you just hop in it and crank it up and go up the river. That's the best way to do it. I don't like fighting at the boat landing trying to get it in. Y'all see my little junky yard here, but I want you to know this is not a gum wrapper in the front yard. I'm gonna come out here and cut in a little bit. But anyway, I just want to tell you about this place that we go fishing at up there. The fish come all the way up to the base of that hop, and it's aerated. They get plenty of oxygen, plenty of food. Great big huge gars there. Garfish. Garfish. I'll tell you a little story here. I ain't got any pictures, so I'll have to take you there in my mind. In your mind. My mind too. I was laying up there one time. This wasn't when I took my wife. This was just when some of my buddies went up there. And there was a fish, a school of fish, some of them twice this long, swam by me. I didn't even know what they were. I didn't know what they were at the time. I was laying up on the bank. Back then I drank a little bit, you know. And I woke up and I looked down, and there was a school of these swimming by. I said, what in the world is that? Anyway, they kept going by, you know. I said, well, I got me a big stick. And when one of them floated up, no, I got me a big stick, and here they come by again. And I just hit the top of the water with that stick when they came swimming by. Lo and behold, one looked like it was twice as big as this. Landed on came up to the top. It was stunned and knocked out. It wasn't dead. I jumped over in the water and grabbed it by the tail like that and throwed it up on the bank. All the other guys was fishing and making fun of my sleeping, and they were fishing. I said, well, you know, kind of made a joke out of it. But I did pretty good. We throwed it on the Jeep on the top of this International. Stretched all the way across the top of the International. This fish, this garfish, huge fish. We drive on out and we got to a filling station, and it was still on the hood, you know. And this black brother come up to me and said, I want that deal. Well, you know, I was just gonna give it to him, but he kept dealing with me. He gave me a cigarette lighter and a 50-cent piece, you know, for it. You know, I guess he was gonna go home and cook it. Well, I hope I'm carrying you there in your mind. That's that old, that's the head of that old goat. I was telling you about goats. This goat was mean as can be, and he would even pick on his little baby goat over there. Well, of course, you know the nature of goats. On some of the other videos, I would tell you the difference, you know, in the sheep and the goat. And then this one was as mean as can be. He kept picking on the little one of his own offspring. Well, anyway, that little goat, he took it and took it and took it. I don't know this to be a fact, but he finally growed him some little prongs, little sharp prongs on his head. And we came out and found this goat right here dead one day. He was laying on the ground dead. Had some holes right up in his up under his chest cavity. So I don't know if it happened or not that way, but I don't see how it could be done except by that little goat got tired of it, and the only way he could do was come up at him. He couldn't raise his head up, you know. But if he hit just right, it might have been what killed that goat. I don't know for sure, but that's what we think it probably was. He kept picking on that little bitty, his own. It was a male goat. That was one of his. But he finally must have got tired of it. But anyway, just wanted to come out here and talk and show you that the best way to get up this river is in this. But this time, not only am I going to have an engine, because if you get broke down up there, you might be stranded. You have to walk out. So maybe I'll get me a little auxiliary motor, 2 horsepower or something like that, and throw it up there up under this seat right here. Throw it up under this seat. But anyway, just wanted to show you. I wrote that little song the other day. That's what it was about. Special place up there. I believe there's special places, brothers and sisters, on God's earth. Just like you'll go in a place, you'll get a bad feeling about it. I think that, like, you know, maybe there's a holy ground here, you know, that God has set apart, you know. Maybe so. I don't know. Somebody talk about it in the comment section. But anyway, I wanted to get out here and show you before I go to work here. I guess I'll show you myself here. I'm here. Anyway, didn't have much to say today, except 2 things. We need to follow peace with people, because there's a lot of people that know not what they do. Family members They know not what they do. They're God's people also. We can't divide them all out. Only God can. And so that's why we should have peace and love to everybody. Anyway, peace and love, Miss Old Boy, down here in Alabama.